Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial that I'm super excited about. I finally picked up the new Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette and I just couldn't wait to get my hands on this. I'm so excited to finally be doing a tutorial for you using this palette. I'll just show you really quickly what the colors look like. So gorgeous. I just love this so much. I figured I would start off, I figured I would do a couple different tutorials using this palette just because I know when Urban Decay releases the Naked palettes, they're like a huge hit, and whenever I get a palette, I like to know as many possible ways to use it. So I figured I would do a couple different looks, but for today I just wanted to start off by showing you guys a very basic smoky eye that really anybody could recreate. It's pretty much, it's matte for the most part, just a little pop of shimmer on the inner corner of the eye, but I just wanted to do something really basic, and like I said, I plan on doing some more glamorous looks using this palette afterwards. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoy. Okay, starting off with no makeup, and oh my goodness, what a difference, but that's all right, no shame in this game. I'm gonna work with what I got. All right, starting off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is in the color Blonde, and I'm also using her angled brow brush to fill in my eyebrows. So I'm kind of just speeding through this. I'm not going to show the entire process. I just wanted to show you what products I am currently using, and nothing has changed. It is still the same as my last brow tutorial. And then I'm taking my Maybelline Master Conceal. This is in the shade Light, and I'm going to use my Sigma Precision Angled Brush. And yes, I did fast forward this if you're wondering why it looks like it's going so fast. That's because it is. I didn't really feel like it was necessary to show the real-time process because I'm just blending. And then I'm taking my Mary Kay Loose Translucent Setting Powder and just setting the eyelids and prepping them for the eyeshadow. The first shade that I'm picking up out of the palette is called Combust, and it's a very soft pink, almost sort of taupey-ish color, and I'm using my Sigma E40 to just blend this into the crease, and this is going to be my transition shade, and I did have to build this up quite a bit in order to get it to create some depth to my crease because the color is such a light shade, but that's all I'm doing, just blending this in and just buffing it back and forth using my Sigma Fluffy brush. And you'll see throughout this tutorial that the main technique you'll need to create this look is just simply blending. Even when you think it's blended, just keep blending because that's what's going to give it that nice seamless smoky effect. Now I'm taking Makeup Geek's Barcelona Beach. I tried to stay within the palette, but I couldn't help it. I just love using this color when I'm creating cool toned smoky eyes. So I'm using this, I believe it's a Morphe M433 brush, and this is just creating some more dimension directly into the crease. The next shade I'm picking up is called Password, and it's this beautiful matte, another taupe grayish. I want to say it also has some purple undertones as well. I noticed that throughout the look. But I'm using the fluffy brush that came with this palette and just placing this into the outer V of my eye and then also into the crease and just kind of blending back and forth. You'll see I do end up taking my Sigma E25 brush to just layer over that because I noticed that this brush wasn't really packing on the product as much as I would have liked it to. So you'll see here I'm taking my other brush and just packing it on, still on the outer corner of my eye and then into the crease as well. But I just wanted to deepen up that color, that's why I switched brushes. And I switch brushes throughout this entire tutorial. That's just what I do when I'm doing smoky eyes. It just helps everything come together. Don't feel like you have to just stick to one brush. Just keep switching it up and keep blending as much as you possibly can. Really, that's the key to this look. That's all it is just blending. So once I've built up that color a little bit, I'm going to go back with my Sigma E40 with whatever was left over from the color Combust and just dusting that over the shadow that I just put on my eye because this is just going to help the colors just blend together nice and seamlessly. You don't want it to really be noticeable where one color ends and the other one begins. You want them to sort of just blend together and come together as one, and that's what makes it that nice, beautiful, smoky look. Moving on, I'm picking up the shade Black Market, and this is a satin black with bluish undertones, and I'm just building this up again on the outer corner of my eye, just really deepening up that color until I get it to the shade that I want it to be, and just blending everything out, just switching up brushes, blending, dipping back in the color, adding some color on, and just blending it out, smoking it out. You'll see I mainly use back and forth motions in the crease, and then once I get towards the outer corner of my eye, you'll notice that I start dusting my brush almost outwards, and that's just really going to help smoke out the shadows and make them blend together really smoothly. So once I have deepened up the color to as dark as I want it to be, and after I've blended everything out, and when I think I'm ready to move on, I take a makeup remover wipe and just clean up those edges. You'll see it's really just going to sharpen up the look and make it look really nice and crisp. And then once I'm done with that, I'm moving on to the lid color, and I'm picking up the shade called 13, and it's an off-white color. I think it has like a slight pink undertone, I believe, and I'm just packing this directly onto the lid, and that's it, avoiding the outer corner. So I'm going to pack this on the inner part of the lid, if you know what I mean. You can see what I mean while I'm applying it. So I'm just patting that on, and as you can see, I'm kind of pulling at my eye a little bit, very gently, not like harsh or anything. But the reason that I was doing that was because I wanted to focus this color right on the lid. I don't want this transferring up into the crease. As you can see, it kind of already has. So now I'm taking my brush and kind of just fixing up the crease a little bit because I don't want any of that lighter shade in the crease at all. And then I'm also taking the shade 13 and applying it right underneath the brow bone as a highlight and just patting that on nice and softly, and then I'll go back with my Sigma E40 with no additional product and then just blend that out. Then I'm taking the color High, and I'm going to use a Sigma pencil brush to just pop this right on the inner corners of my eye, and this is just going to add a highlight and make my eyes stand out and almost look like they come forward a little bit. I feel like when you add a highlight to that inner corner, it really makes your eyes look much more open and awake. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm using a gel liner from Maybelline, and I tried to film as much of this process as possible. It is just so hard for me to do my eyeliner on camera. I feel like I have to be so close to a mirror when I'm doing my eyeliner, so I'm only showing one eye for the eyeliner, but I hope you understand. And I don't know if you noticed, but I definitely used like 3 different brushes doing my eyeliner in this video. I was just not having a good eyeliner day. You know those days where it's just not working? Yeah, it wasn't working for me here. Anyways, moving on to mascara, I'm just doing a quick light coat of mascara because I am going to throw on some lashes for this look. Since it is a more dramatic look, I figured the lashes would look good. So just lightly coating the lashes before moving on to the false lashes. Here I'm just showing you that I use the Ardell Glamour Wispies. Love these lashes. And now I'm just applying some of that gel liner into my waterline. And when I first did this, I was a little scared putting a gel liner into my waterline, but it actually stays put and it works amazing. Next, I am mixing up my Mary Kay CC Cream with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And the reason that I'm mixing it is because the matte foundation is just a little too flat for me, I guess you could say, and the CC cream just kind of shears it out and makes it a little bit more blendable and just makes it look a little bit more lightweight on the skin. So I'm really just buffing this into my skin, working in circular and then patting motions as well. And the brush that I'm using is my Morphe E6 brush, and I really enjoy this brush. I have been using this instead of my Sigma F80 brush, and I actually really like it. I like to switch it up every once in a while and try new brushes and see what works best, and I have been enjoying this one. And also, if you're looking for a good matte foundation, definitely check out this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation because I'm telling you, it is amazing. I was at work the other night and I had a woman come up to me and she was like, "Can I please just ask you what foundation you're wearing?" And I told her it was the L'Oreal one, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, get out." She's like, "Oh, I'm a makeup artist and I'm looking for new foundations they have in my kit." She's like, "Your skin looks amazing." I was like, "Thank you." Yeah, I just got it from the drugstore. So yeah, definitely love this foundation. I think it's great, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody. Unless you have super dry skin, you probably wouldn't like it because it is extremely matte. Now I'm moving on to my Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer, and I'm going to place this underneath my eyes, onto my chin, down the bridge of my nose, above the cupid's bow, and then also onto my forehead. And this is just my highlighting process. I do have an entire video dedicated to highlighting and contouring, so if you're interested in that, I will leave the link down below so you can check that out. But yeah, that's just what I'm doing, my regular highlighting routine, and then I'm spraying some MAC Fix Plus onto a beauty blender, and then just blending this out. And I know I've mentioned this concealer a million times, but I just love it so much. I can't believe I found a drugstore concealer that is my holy grail concealer. I just love everything about it. It's full coverage, it lasts all day, it's not dry. I love the color selection. I just really, really love this concealer. So if you are looking for a good drugstore concealer, definitely check out the Maybelline Master Conceal because it's my obsession. I love it so much. Anyways, once I'm done blending that out, I'm moving on to setting my concealer using my Marc Jacobs highlight and contour palette and just setting that right underneath my eyes and everywhere that I apply the concealer to make sure that it doesn't crease and that it doesn't budge throughout the day. Next, I'm moving on to bronzer. This is my Milani bronzer. I believe the shade is called Glow. I will leave it listed in the description box. But I'm just bronzing up my face just to add some color and some warmth into the skin. My skin looks very flat right now. I need to bring it back to life. So I'm just adding this to the places that would naturally get tanned if I were outside laying in the sun. Next, I'm taking Makeup Geek's blush in the color Spellbound and just adding this onto my cheeks. Again, this is just going to bring my skin back to life. And I just love how this color looked with the cool toned eyeshadows. I feel like it really pulled the look together and just, I feel like they complemented each other very well, is what I'm trying to say. And then I'm just taking a clean fluffy brush with no product on it. This one is by Real Techniques. And just blending everything, making sure that everything transitions nice and smoothly. And then going back to that Marc Jacobs highlight and contour palette, picking up the contour shade and contouring the hollows of my cheekbones. This is now to add definition into the face. Bronzer was to add warmth and make the skin look nice and fresh and youthful and alive. And now contouring is to add definition to the face. Moving on to highlighter, I'm using the Mary Luminizer by The Balm, and I'm just using a fan brush to apply this to the high points of my face. Taking this brow tint by Ulta and just setting my brows in place. This is just going to make sure that they maintain their shape throughout the day and also add a little bit more color to the brows as well. I'm spraying my face with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and this is just going to help my skin from being too matte. And then I'm taking that shade Password from the Naked palette and applying that to my lower lash line and just buffing that out with my Sigma E25 brush. Adding a little bit of mascara to the lower lashes. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga Mascara, and this is the waterproof version. And just coating my lower lashes. And before I line my lips, I'm taking a makeup remover wipe and just wiping off any of that foundation that was on my lips. This liner, I can't remember the name of it. For some reason, I always forget, but I will have it listed in the description box. Then I'm taking this lipstick by Bite Beauty in the color Kava, and oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be my obsession for the fall time. It has a grayish undertone. I've never seen anything like it. It's so pretty. But I thought it was just a little too gray for this look, so I did go over it with Gerard Cosmetics Buttercream just to add a little bit of pink into the look. And this is the finished look. I absolutely love how this turned out. Cool tones are my favorite way to wear a smoky eye. I just love this. And please let me know if you guys would like to see more looks using this palette. I can do more tutorials or maybe a full review on it. Let me know what you'd like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!